Hey, it's Jeremy again from Best Men Shaver, and today I'm going to talk about breaking in a brand new shaving brush. When you first get a shaving brush, it's going to be kind of stiff, and it's going to soften up over time. And some brushes will have a kind of like a wet dog smell. It'll smell like the animal that it came from. This one's actually not too bad. This came in the Vanderhagen luxury shave set that I just picked up at my local drugstore. Two most popular types of shaving brushes are either badger hair or boar hair bristles. Boars tend to smell a little more, but that will go away with time. And as you break in your brush, it's just going to work better and better. It'll get softer, and it'll become easier to lather up your shaving cream. So one of the first things you want to do is you want to wash it, because it's coming from the factory. You don't know what their standards are or how much time they put into cleaning it. So we're just going to take some regular dish soap and go ahead and clean this one good time with some hot tap water. So I just squeezed a little bit of soap in some hot water, and I'm just going to start whipping that up, and it'll start getting a little sudsy. This is going to be great for taking off that animal smell. So it's not going to whip up a lather like your shaving cream, but it'll start forming some bubbles. So you can see the brush is getting nice and hydrated, and we'll get some nice soap on there. It's got a lemon scent, so hopefully that will help take away the animal scent. So after you've worked the brush into the soapy water for a little bit, some guys will even let it sit in here for 10 or 15 minutes, and just to really let the brush absorb some of that soap. So once you've done that for a minute or so, you're going to go ahead and rinse it off. Make sure you get all of that soap out. You can pour the water straight into the brush, around the sides. You don't want to have any of that residue left in there. And then you can kind of shake it off. And we're going to be right back with one other step. Okay, so we've washed it, took some of that smell away. You might actually find that the animal smell comes out a little stronger as it gets wet. It kind of smells like a wet dog. But again, as you use it, that's gonna go away. You might also notice that the hair sheds a few bristles as you're breaking it in. This is completely normal. After those first few hairs come out, that should stop over time as well. So the next thing that you can do to help break in the brush is actually, we're going to just go ahead and get some shaving soap on the brush. So I'm going to rehydrate my brush, shake out the excess, and just kind of work some soap onto it real quick. You don't really need a whole full lather, but we're just gonna kind of load the brush, if you will, as if you were gonna whip up a lather. So you see, just 30 seconds or so on top of your puck, loading the brush, and you're actually gonna let this sit overnight. You'll see many guys talk about this online, and this just helps the brush absorb some of the conditioning properties from the soap, and it's just going to help break in your brush that much faster. So after you loaded your soap, you're going to let it sit overnight and just stand it upright on your counter. Let it completely dry out. In the morning, you can rinse it off with warm water And this is just going to speed up the break-in process and hopefully help with that wet animal smell. You know, some brushes are going to require longer. Some brushes are going to have longer break-in periods than others, and the best way to break in a brush is just to use it. So you can only shave your face so many times in a day. So if you're in a rush to break in your shaving brush, you can always just kind of lather it up on your hand. You know, get some soap and you just kind of pretend you're working it onto your face, and you know, you can do this for as long as you want. You can see I got a few more bristles coming out. Again, it's completely normal. That should stop over time. And you know, just work the brush into the palm of your hand like you normally would, and this is just gonna break it in even faster. Cool. I'm just gonna rinse off. Whenever you're done with your shaving brush, you want to shake out as much water as you can, and it's also highly recommended to buy a stand so that it can hang upside down and all that excess water can come out and the brush can completely dry. This is just going to keep your brush lasting longer and keep the bristles healthier in the long run. There you go. There's not much to breaking in a shaving brush. You basically just need to use it. You know, definitely you should wash it before your first use, and if you are in a rush to kind of break it in, you can always use your hand to simulate the brush actually working. So thanks for stopping by and checking out my videos. If you enjoy them, go ahead and subscribe and check out my blog at bestmanshaver.com. See you next time.